Hey guys, it's Ms. Frederick. So I'm making this video today because there were a number of you who missed our virtual class meeting today on Monday. And so there are lots of things that are really important that we talked about, and I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So let's just share a couple things with you from the agenda. This agenda is posted in your Google Classroom, and so you'll be able to check on that every day or every A day that you're supposed to meet. I will be adding to this agenda as we go, so you'll be able to keep up with what's happening. So this is just a reminder. Apparently some of you guys have forgotten, and since we've only done this one time so far, then I can make some allowances there, but we need to make sure that we're getting into a rhythm with what our class meeting is supposed to look like. So look, you guys are assigned to me for 5th period on A days, okay? I'm going to post a schedule on Google Classroom that will let you know when the A days are, when the B days are, that kind of thing, because I realize that must be pretty hard for you to keep up with since you're at home. It's hard for me to keep up with, and I'm right here in the building. So I have to keep little notes around me at all times telling me which day it is and also who's coming to my class. So I understand that it is going to take you guys a little bit to get used to, but I am posting the schedule for that on Google Classroom so that you will be able to see that. Now, so let's go back to the schedule. So you guys are assigned to me for 5th period on A days. And what that means is that every Monday and Wednesday during 5th period, you're in my class. If we were here face to face together, then you would be sitting right out there in my classroom in a desk at a table, and we would be meeting together every Monday and Wednesday and then alternating Fridays. So this is the time that you are assigned to me, so this is the time that I'm using to meet with you. There should not be any other teachers that are trying to claim you during this time period because this is 5th period and you only have one 5th period class. If you ever have a conflict with another teacher asking you to come to some kind of meeting and they're telling you that it's mandatory at a time where you also are supposed to be meeting with me, all you need to do is just shoot me an email, shoot me a message, let me know that who the teacher is, and I will talk to them because this is the time you're assigned to me. So you need to be in my class. So the deal is this: every Monday at 11 o'clock, every single one of my students in 9th Lit and 9th Honors Lit should meet on my Google Meet to go over the things that we need to go through for the week. I will give whole class instruction as needed. I will talk to you about the things that I'm making changes with. We'll talk about expectations. I'm just going to, just like we would in a regular class setting, you need to be there. Everybody needs to be there. And I will make these classes somewhere between 15 minutes and 30 minutes. It's not going to take a whole lot of your time. If you have other things to do, you can let people know that from 11 till about 11:30 on Monday, you are in Miss Frederick's class, and that's what you need to do. When you come to class, then you will log attendance on the Google form that is connected here on the slide presentation. It's posted on your Google Classroom, and then you're going to listen to the things I have to say and ask questions just like you would in class. Okay, that's every Monday. Everybody has to be here every Monday. Now, on every A day, so which that means every Wednesday and then alternating Fridays, I also have my Google Meet open from 11 to 11:15. I'm doing that just to kind of watch the attendance form, make sure that you guys are checking in that you're taking attendance, because you also have to take attendance every single A day, because on A days you are expected to be participating in this class in some way, shape, or form. Now, during that 11 to 11:15 time period, I'm also going to be looking for people who have questions or people who want to make an appointment with me to get some one-on-one help. All of that is available to you on A days during 5th period. Now, I do not sit here with my Google Meet open the whole entire class period. I do have it open from 11 to 11:15 for people to ask questions, make appointments, but I will be happy to set up a time during 5th period where you and I can meet one-on-one and work through some things if you're struggling. So we just need to get that straight. 5th period is the class time with Ms. Frederick. You must show up on Mondays in class on virtually, and then on the other days, if you need some help, come virtually, and if not, then you need to make sure that you just sign in on, or that you take attendance on the Google form that is posted on Google Classroom. Let me back out of this really quickly over here to Google Classroom. So you should be able to see this link right here. And this link is the link to the Google Classroom. So if you are not in that Google Classroom right now, then this is where you need to make sure that you are signing up. Okay. All right. Should give you enough time to look at that. Let's go back to the slide presentation. Okay, so today we were talking about Edmentum today, and we were talking about some changes that I'm having to make as far as the structure of how you go through each module. And so that means that you might have to redo something. If you have not been successful, then I don't want you starting off a year with a 40. And so you might have to go back and do the things that we're going to be doing from here forward in order to be more successful on that first module. And what you're going to do is you are going to do some guided notes. So let me back out of here again. And okay, let's go over here. And let's see, going to Edmentum. Okay. So what you will notice is that I have gone through and I've locked all the mastery tests in Unit 1. You are not going to be able to take the mastery tests, including retaking the Reading Strategies Masteries test if you have failed it. You will not be able to take that until you have gone through the tutorial and you have taken some notes. Now, let me just say this. The majority of you guys have been working at a pretty good pace. You've been taking your time because I can see how much time that you log. It tells me whether you've logged minutes or hours. It tells me exactly how many, down to the second, how much time you have spent in each one of these activities that is posted on Edmentum. So there are other computer programs that do this as well. You guys are probably familiar with some things that let the teacher know how much time, like IXL, some other platforms that you might have used online before, that let the teacher know exactly how much time that you're spending. And this is one of those things. Okay, so if you come to me and you say, oh, well, I tried my best and I didn't do well on the mastery test, and I look on here and you were only on here for 5 minutes, then you and I both know that you didn't try your best. So what we're going to do is we are going to change things up a little bit, and I'm going to have you guys take notes every time that you go through a tutorial. And before I will unlock your test for you, you're going to have to show me that you have done those notes. And the notes are already created for you. If you will, like, I'm just going to use this Reading Strategies here just to show you how this works. If you'll click on the Reading Strategies tutorial, then you'll see that in the upper left-hand corner there's a folder. The folder says Resources, and when you click on that, it'll pop out where it says Guided Notes, and it'll tell you that this is the guided notes for this particular module. So I am going to open up these guided notes, and I am going to find that there is a glossary section here. This glossary section refers to terms that are going to be specific to this module. If I go back to the resources, I'll see that there is a glossary that's right here. Okay. The first term that I need to fill in the blank for over here is nonfiction. So I'm going to go back to the glossary. I'm going to scroll down to where it says nonfiction. And I'm going to see that it says text that is based on facts or real events, such as speeches, articles, and biographies. I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to type in exactly what that says. Actually, it's not letting me type and record the screen at the same time, sorry. But you'll be able to do that. And then you can also type in Reading Strategies, etc. Okay. Now, as you go through the tutorial, then there are fill in the blank notes that go with all of the information in the tutorial. Okay, I'm going to close this out. And so you've got the introduction, you've got the benefits of comprehension strategies overview. Each one of these, you can tell that there are places for you to fill in the blanks. All right. So as you fill in those blanks, then this is really good note taking for you, because this is forcing you to kind of pay attention to the information that's going to be important, that will also be on the unit test. Now, or on the mastery test rather. Now, when you get done, if you look in the upper right hand corner right here, you can see that there is an arrow that says, when you hover over it, it says download. When you click on that to download it, then a download screen will pop up. Excuse me, I have to keep moving my camera around so that you guys can see what we're doing. A download screen will pop up and it'll say file name, guided notes, reading strategies. I need you to add your name to that. Okay, so you're going to just type your last name before you save it. You're going to guided notes, last name, and then you're going to hit save. When you do that, it will download to your computer, and then you need to send me that through Remind, through email, or through Edmentum. Okay, so once you have done that, then when you go back to the and you have submitted it to me, then I will unlock the mastery test. Once I have unlocked the mastery test, you'll get one shot at taking it. So what that means is you need to make sure that you have a space for your computer to where you are not going to be interrupted by somebody else. You're not going to be interrupted by siblings or pets, nothing like that. This is something that you guys have said that you were going to be responsible for. You're going to be an at-home learner, and so therefore it is your responsibility to make sure that nobody's going to bother you, no pets, no siblings, nobody's going to distract you or mess with your computer while you are taking a test or doing material online. Unfortunately, I cannot, I can't help you. If your cat is going to walk all over your laptop, then that's your responsibility to do something about that. You just need to make sure the cat's not in the room. Anyway, so make sure that you stay on the screen. One of the things that happens on Edmentum is that if you leave the screen that you're on, then it'll automatically lock you out. If you just turn the computer on and then you leave and don't do anything on the computer at all, it'll lock you out. If something messes with your screen, obviously it'll lock you out. Once you have taken the test, it will lock you out. So what's going to happen is from here forward, you're going to need to do these guided notes first, show it to me, I'll unlock your test, you take your test. Once the test is locked, that's it. The grade that you get on that test is your grade, and you won't have a chance to redo it. So that will force you to kind of slow down, take your time, make sure that you are really getting the most out of the information that's here. So you'll notice that all the tests, all the mastery tests are locked from here forward. Now, as of right now, some of you are getting just a little bit behind because of this mastery test that you didn't do well on. And I am not going to take off any points for it being late. Up through Labor Day, we're going to, we'll get to Labor Day weekend, the first weekend, first Monday in September, and that will get you guys through paraphrasing and summarizing. And after you get through with that, then by that point, everybody should be into a routine, and from there on, I'm going to expect things to be done in the time frame that it tells you. Last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is that I need you guys to sign up for Remind for this class. Here is a screenshot of the code. Text that to me so that I can also get you connected with Remind and I can stay in contact with you better. And then the very final thing is that when you are sending me a message, I need you to send me, instead of sending it to my school email, I need you to send me a message through Edmentum or Remind. My email is getting clogged up and I think I'm missing some important communication from you guys, which I don't want to do. So it's best to send me a message through Edmentum, or if you need to get in touch with me really quickly, send me something through Remind. So that is everything that we talked about today. Make sure that if you did not get an 80 or above on that first mastery test, that you go back and notice that I have reset that activity. Go back, do those notes, send me the notes, and I will unlock the test so that you can take it and be successful. I will see you guys Wednesday if you need me. Otherwise, next Monday is mandatory class time. Bye-bye.